Hey buddy, what's up? It's 11:07 on today, Thursday, the second day in August. It's hard to believe August is here, but it is. But this is a response video to James Wolfe's, what's bullshit video that he did on a certain musical app that we have, not just on our iPods, iPads, Androids, and all that, but on our computers. It's called iTunes. And pretty much a lot of you knew that already. But he said one of the things he hated about iTunes is that you always had to upgrade. Every time you would come on sometimes, or every now and then, it would ask you to upgrade. He's mentioned that he missed the days of it just being simple. And now you got this genius app that picks out a playlist for you, or does this and does that. Certain things that are good, certain things that are bad. One of the things that I don't think he mentioned, that I will mention here, that's BS with iTunes, even though it's a good software, don't get me wrong. It's the only software that allows you to burn a CD, and then if you got a wrestling game or any kind of game that allows you to put your own soundtrack in, at least you can go to, let's say, your Xbox 360 and do that without no problem. Unlike Windows Player and some others. But the point is, iTunes has some good features. The only problem, my friend, is when you burn a CD onto iTunes. Let's say it's a Michael Jackson CD. Like, he's got a lot of them out there. And some have him with duets and all that. And some are kind of named different. But let's say you have them. Well, when you burn it onto iTunes, you expect one of the things to come up is the cover. Just as you would have it on your CD cover, you'd expect the cover to come up. But it doesn't. Instead, you get the musical note cover. And you think to yourself, why is that there? And then it hits you. Well, it doesn't hit you at first, but as you scroll down, then it hits you. It does a few things. First of all, when you left click, if you will, or right click, when you right click, I should say, on your mouse, on artist or on album name, it'll either say the name and the cover will show up, or it'll say such and such disc 1. And you'll be like, what? It's true. Such and such disc 1. And then sometimes if that's not the case, you got to go to artist, right click there, and you got to put the main artist of the album, in which the album is mainly about, put the main artist only, instead of, let's say if it's a duet, let's say with History, disc 2. With the second disc of Michael's History CD, or his deluxe CD, he has that song Scream with his sister Janet. Instead of just having Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson then saying book 2, disc 2, and then having the cover, first of all, you got to rename it just book 1. You got to just take off the disc part, and then secondly, you got to take off Janet Jackson's name. And then there you go. That's the only way you can get it. And then sometimes you would think iTunes would recognize every single cover out there almost, right? I have several Disney CDs, and most of the time the covers are not seen. So what do you have to do? What you have to do is go online, you have to Google, you basically have to type in the name of the CD and find in images a picture of that CD's cover, download it, go back to your iTunes, left click on the album name, go to Get Info, go all the way to artwork, scroll all the way to the end of the artwork part, click add artwork, and then add that cover, just so you'll have a display, a visual display of what's being played, of what you're listening to on your iTunes. And again, you would think iTunes would at least have sense enough to be like, oh, okay, I know what this one is. And they don't. That's the one thing. If you're going to upgrade on your iTunes, what you need to do is upgrade to the point that they recognize the CD and they can display the cover without you having to go out and put the cover on yourself. I mean, I'm sure nobody has a problem with that, but still, damn. If you're supposed to be, have this genius program, you're supposed to be able to be genius enough to be like, okay, we need to display the covers now. And I understand there's a bunch and a bunch and a bunch of CD covers out there. I get that. I understand that. Just CD covers by a bunch of artists and all that, and I get that. But you guys, but iTunes, they need to take the time to realize if they're going to get good customer service, they need to display everything. They need to put the covers, everything. And basically, they need to have their iTunes recognize that when somebody burns a CD, and let's say the song has 2 or 3 artists, that you don't just blank it out. You should be like, okay, these 3 artists are performing this song from this album, here's the cover for that song. Or here's the cover for that album. Simple as that. Again, it's not a problem that people don't mind going and, downloading the songs themselves. I mean, downloading the covers themselves, but it's more like, come on. Get with it. I mean, iTunes is a great app for your computer, your iPod, or your mobile device, your Kindle, whatever you want to call it, your iPad. It's a great app to have, but the thing is, if you're going to give customers what they want, you need to make sure you give it to them at 100%. Give them everything. Make sure that, let's say, hold on for a second. Let's say, like with this here, let's say I burn this onto iTunes. This is TNA, the Third Degrees Burns, the music of TNA Wrestling, Volume 1. Let's say I burn this onto iTunes. You think, being smart enough, they'd be like, okay, here's the cover, right? No, they don't do that. Instead, you got to find the cover online and put it on yourself. And it's like you got to be. It's like you're serious about this, right? Believe it or not, they are. And to me, that's what I can agree with. And to me, that's one thing I don't know if James brought up with in that edition of his episodic show. It's bullshit. I don't think that's one thing he brought up. Because if he would have brought it up, it would have been understandable that, oh, okay, this is bullshit that you got to do this. Not just all the upgrades, not just this, not just that. To me, the biggest thing that's bullshit is they don't automatically give you the covers. They should know that. I mean, heck, they have TNA, WWE, and even Disney fucking registered with them. You'd think by having them registered and partnered with them for the music, that they would at least know what album it's from and have the album cover displayed. But they don't. Not unless you probably buy it from them. And that's another thing too. I can understand buying a song for 99 cents. But seriously, you're charging people $1.29, basically $1.30 for a song at times? What, because it's from a newer album? I look at the dates of some of these releases on some of these albums and I'm like, dudes, this was like a year or two ago. You could decrease it to 99 cents. You know, you should do that. But they don't. They don't do that because they know it brings them in money. And true, nowadays 99 cents and even $1.30 ain't too bad. But come on, seriously? You want us, I mean, this nowadays would probably cost about $6.99 over at a store, like over at a Walmart store or something like that. But you expect us to pay, let's say one of the tracks on here is Adrenaline Rush. It's a bonus track. You expect us to pay $1.29 for Adrenaline Rush, right? I don't think so. If it's been out since, oh, I don't know, what year was this? 2006, 99 cents, if not lesser than that's a lot better. I mean, here's my thing. If it's been out for more than 5 years, it should be reduced to 50 cents. That's my honest opinion. Up to about, after a year or so, it should go down to 99 cents. And if it's a new album, yeah, $1.29 probably sounds good. But to me, 99 cents after a year, 50 cents after maybe 2 to 5 years. Or 75 after 2 years, and then after 5 years, maybe put it down to 50 cents. That's the way I look at it. And I think that'd make an even better bargain, and you'd have more people wanting to buy songs. I mean, hell, the RIAA wants to know what the fuck's wrong. What the fuck's wrong with people and why they do these downloads like they do? There's your answer right there. You got these online music stores, have them reduce the prices of some individual songs, if not the albums, after years. Let's say an album comes out and you're charging $10 for it on iTunes, a new one. Or maybe $12 on iTunes because it's new. After a year or so, it should be reduced to maybe $8. And then after a few years, maybe down to maybe $5 for the album. You get what I'm saying? As the years go by, not only should you decrease the songs on the album, you should decrease the album's price itself. But again, nobody wants to make any logical sense. You want to keep people from pirating your material. You want to keep people from illegally downloading and torrenting and all that. Guess what? The answer's right in front of your face. It's called decrease the price as the years go on. Like I say, a song off a new album, which is $1.29 now, by this time next year should be 99 cents. And then maybe 2 years from now it should be 75. And maybe 5 years from now it should be 50. And let's say an album that's new, it came out now, let's say is sold for about $12 on iTunes. Next year should be $10. And then the year after that maybe $5. I mean, next year should be about, $10. And then maybe 2 years from now, $8. And then maybe 5 years from now, $5, if not $4. It makes more sense. And it prevents people from pirating. But you think the people on iTunes are going to wake up and realize that? Hopefully. But right now, I don't know. But that's another thing that I agree is BS. Not just the fact that they don't automatically give you the covers at times to certain albums, but the fact that they don't realize that if you want people to buy the material off your online store, you should decrease the prices as the years go on. So, but that's just my response to James' What's Bullshit episode on iTunes. Comment down below, video response if you like. Tell me what you guys think. Do you agree with my theories on it? Do you agree with James's theories? Tell me what you guys think. I'll provide the link to his episode down below, and I'll talk to you all later.